Number one, to me, that's a big thing. Like when a man is like bossy with me and like showing me like he's the man, he's in control, I have no issues with that. But where I have an issue is when we get around other men. We go out and we're around other men, and then he's very submissive to other men. Like, you're a little pussy. When it's with me, because I'm a woman, you treat me like, yo, don't say that, I'm controlling, I'm here, you know? But when you're out and there's other male, where is that same energy? The energy is not there. You become a little pussy all of the sudden. And now I'm looking at you and I'm like, oh, so you're only like this with me because I'm a woman and because I'm not as strong, and you know. Number two, it's a man who is very suspicious and very protective of everything a woman does. Like, you check her phone, you check her email, where are you going, who you're texting, like all that shit. No, because then it's like, oh, so you're not secure, meaning you're insecure. Yeah, duh. So you're insecure, so now it's like you're scared of losing her. You don't got no option. She's just gonna think like, okay, you don't got games, you can't get anybody else. So therefore, a woman is gonna be like, I don't want you. And just because she's gonna think you don't have option, but also because it's a turnoff. Like, an insecure man is a turnoff. Women want men, like real men and confident men, you know. So if she's not doing anything crazy, but you're just like, what's in your phone, and like that's just who you are, always asking questions about what she's doing, that's a big turnoff. And that's something that she'd be like, I can respect him. Like, this motherfucker don't have bitches. Like, he doesn't have options. That's why he's on my bumper like that. So to women, that's going to be a reason why they're going to start disrespecting you.
What do you think the odds of a man regaining respect from a woman once she's lost it?
Man, that might be, I mean, I think it depends on how the dynamic starts off. I would say it's a pretty steep slope decline.
It's slim, right? And that's the problem that a lot of men face. Once a woman loses that respect for you, she's not going to treat you the same way she did. And it's going to be hella hard to love her because of the mistreatment that she's going to give to you, brother. Like, that's the problem that a lot of men are facing. Their woman no longer respects them. And once that respect is gone, it's a big problem. Yeah. The respect is hard to gain, easy to lose, and impossible to get back if you hadn't lost it, in my opinion. And I think that's what a lot of men are looking at. Right? They're looking at that woman who no longer has respect for him for whatever reason. Maybe his financial situation changed. Maybe he got punked in front of her, right? Maybe he cheated. Whatever the case is, it's extremely difficult to get that respect back. And she is not going to treat you the way that you would like to be treated by a woman. And it's going to be hell living with that woman from there on out.
Yeah, I mean,
and you're not going to be able to love her.
I mean, one thing that I would say, and I've said this on the panel before, is that I find that men today have to work almost 20 times harder to qualify for a woman that is like 100 times worse than their grandmother.
They're all dimes now. I don't know if
you know what I'm saying. Like, you know, dudes today have to work 5 times harder than their grandfathers to qualify for a woman that's 20 times worse than their grandmother. You know, that's the dynamic in which we are. And sort of, I want to say, keeping it on that point, I want to bring up one point that from the story that you shared at the beginning of the video about that relationship dynamic, when the chick told you that she doesn't like sex or doesn't, you know, want to sleep with you. I've always found it odd, and I've always said this. Why do women at times want monogamy but do not want to do the things that keep the relationship in a monogamous condition, right? What do you expect to happen? Like, I don't understand that. Like, you don't want to do anything to that adheres or glues the relationship in a monogamous sense, but yet get upset when the apple cart crashes out. Like, that's
you go ahead.
But Louise, going back to that last statement though, I don't think that men have to work 100 times harder now. If you're a solid dude, you confident in yourself, you got a car, job, a place, a pot to piss out of, a pot to piss in, and a window to throw it out of. What the fuck you got to do? Actually work 100 times harder for, you know,
to get a good woman. You do,
yeah,
not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, Viz. To be honest with you, like they're dudes.
I honestly can't agree with that.
Who
If
have
you
a
have charisma, you got your shit together. Finding women, that's the easy part.
No, we said a good woman, bro.
You
know good and well these women out here.
A good
brains
woman
are fried.
too, a good woman too. If it's easy to find women, then that comes with good and bad women.
Viz,
so I can't agree with that part.
I would, Viz. I tell you, there are guys out here, and I'm sure some of the brothers can attest that dudes who have their shit together, you know, modestly living, make a good income, no kids or whatever, they are still having challenges.
Is something wrong with them then, bro?
There's nothing wrong with you.
I mean, and here we go.
Viz, all men do not fit this archetype that most women have.
Dude, so I'm gonna let you get yours off. I'm taking off my belt tonight.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Hey, but you know what? Like, it is options. It might not be the options that we want, but a lot of times I meet a lot of women who I say try to give me pussy on clearance. You know, it's like I wanted it back in 2008, and like life's been kicking their ass. Like, oh, Tyrone will help. Let me reach out to him. It's like that's cool, but it's like I wanted the 2008 model. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for. I ain't checking for the 72 Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? I want the 01 Aquarius with the spoiler in the back. That's what I'm looking for.
He just say Dollar Tree coochie.
I'm doing. This is what I'm doing tonight. It's what I'm doing tonight,
man. And I might drive it. I'll take the clearance on Sundays, but I don't want it to be mine.
Look, I got a question for y'all, man. Because Viz, I agree with you, and I'm wrestling because we talking a lot. We throwing so much out there, and I'm trying to think in general, right? Are y'all saying the rank and file, blue collar dude, right? Like Viz say, you got your stuff together, no kids, whatever, woo, 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 woo. That it's that much of a shortage of good women, even though black women outnumber us by 1 million plus?
Man, come on, man.
No, not by much, bro. Not by much. No, it's really like 8 out of 10, right? And that's including everything, right? Including anybody who's on the rainbow side, including incarcerated, everything. It's like 8 women to 8 men to like 10 women.
Wait, so what does that break down to? 2 to 1? Are you saying that number is 2 to 1?
No. So for every 10 women, there's like 8 men. Okay, which is not horrible. It's not a grave disparity.
So we saying out of what I'm asking is out of that dynamic, out of that choice, that ratio you just spilled. Cool. I'm not a statistician. Was not good in math. I read though, right? And so I'm saying out of that, are we saying the rank and file, blue collar, sanitation worker, the brothers who 9 to 5 in it, you know, take the bus to work, whatever, woo woo, blah blah blah, credit score solid, got a house, got a car, everything's paid regularly on time. Those dudes are having a really hard time in 2025 finding, and I'm trying not to be anecdotal. I got mines. I know my seeds are straight. In my real life, I don't see that dynamic, but I know y'all are really out here. So I'm asking to Viz's point, because I agree with you, Viz. The dudes are still having that much of a hard time finding a good woman. So they qualify for, that's good for them.
Something's wrong with them.
That's what Viz said.
Wait. Now you have to filter through all those women that didn't get, it wasn't there from you when you was shooting in the gym and building it from scratch. You have to be able to decipher which women are just putting up a representation with you rather than trying to take your shit. You understand? Quantity and quality is a whole different thing. Finding quality with women that get in their own way, that make it difficult for you. And those same women can't pick the 5'9", 213-pound guy that's working, church going, you know, grounded with family. They want the 6'2", 6'3" guy with the mandingo that has the pick of the women, the 20%, and they frolic in that same pool, that same cesspool. That's why, what is it? 33% of men have sex. Is that correct, Trev?
No. So That's a really weird stat that they give out, but they say a third of men. No, not you being weird, but I don't like the way they conflate the two, because the stat that's available is 33% of men are either included in being a virgin or haven't had sex in a year, right?
Okay, so
and that's,
now
yeah,
that can be added into that suit.